Hello everyone. My name is Nguyễn Thị Thanh Tâm, and today I would like to discuss what empowerment means and how it can happen in my chosen critical area, empowering young women working in Vietnam electronics manufacturing industry. And this topic is also connected to my project, Youth Voice, Youth Empowerment, which aim to create opportunity for young people, especially for young women to understand their rights, express their concerns, and participating in decision makings that affect in their life. In my view, empowerment is a process through which people gain awareness, confidence, resources, opportunities, and decision making power. It is not simply about providing support to someone. Real empowerment means enabling people to understand their rights, express their needs, make informed choices, and influence the condition in which they live and work. This idea is central to the Youth Voice Youth Empowerment Project. Young people really already have ideas, knowledge, and personal experience. However, they need safe space, practical skills, and meaningful opportunity to make their voice heard. So the question is why this critical area matters. Vietnam has become a very important manufacturing hub for electronics products. Women make up a significant part of the production and assembly workforce, and many of them are young workers who have moved to rural areas to industrial zones. Although they contribute greatly to factory operation, they are often concentrated in lower level positions and have limited participations in workplace decision making. They may face some excessive overtime, occupational health risks, or unequal promotion opportunities, pregnancy-related discrimination, and fear of realization when reporting problems. Therefore, empowerment is not only about helping individual women become more confident, it is about changing the workplace structure and prevent them from participating and progressing. Several preconditions are necessary for empowerment to happen. First, women workers need clear and understandable information about labor rights, wage, overtime, maternity protection, workplace safety, and grievance procedures. And the second, factories need safe and confidential channel through which workers can raise concern about fear and punishment. Third, young women need access to skill development, mentoring, leadership opportunities, childcare support, and fair promotion system. Finally, empowerment will require support from different stakeholders, including factory management, trade union, government agencies, local organizations, and global brands. The Youth Voice Youth Empowerment Project can contribute to by providing practical workshops, peer learning, activities, mentoring, and safe condition space for young people. However, there are still many barriers. Some young workers do not fully understand their rights. Others may know that a situation is unfair, but remain silent because they are afraid of losing their job or being treated differently by their supervisors. Long working hours and production pressure can also prevent workers from participating in training or communication or community activities. Traditional gender expectation create another barrier because women are often expected to take primary responsibility for childcare and household work. In some factories, grievance mechanisms exist formally, but workers may not trust them because complaints do not always result in visible improvement. A person cannot be considered empowered simply because a complaint box or training program exists. Empowerment only becomes meaningful when people feel safe enough to speak and can see that their participation creates changes. I believe empowerment happens through 5 connected stages. The first stage is awareness. Young women learn about their right workplace risk and available support. The second stage is confidence building. Through peer groups, mentoring, and leadership training, they become more confident and expressing their opinions. The third stage is participation. Women are included in workplace committees, safety discussion, policy development, and community decision making. The fourth stage is collective action. Workers, companies, trade union, civil society organization, and global brand work together to address the problems, and that cannot be solved by individual alone. The final stage is accountability. Organizations must track complaints, protect workers, and retaliation, communicate the action taken, and evaluate whether working conditions have genuinely improved. The Youth Voice Youth Empowerment Project will follow a similar process, helping young people move from awareness to confidence, from confidence to participation, and from participation to action. To conclude, empowerment is both individual and structural process. Young people need knowledge and confidence to speak, but institutions must also create conditions in which their voices are respected and translated into action. Through Youth Voice Youth Empowerment Project, I hope to create platform where young people, especially women workers, can share their experience, develop leaderships and communication skills, understand their rights, and work together in practical solutions. The long-term goal is not to speak on behalf of young people. It is to ensure that they have the abilities, opportunities, and platform to speak for themselves. When young women workers are recognized not only as laborers, but also as knowledgeable stakeholders and potential leaders, they can build fairer, safer, and more sustainable the workplace. I would like to end with one question. What is the most important first step we can take to help young people turn their voices into meaningful action? Please share your comment, share your ideas in the comment.